Alright, so as soon as you walk in the camper, we have your main control panel right here that'll control all your water, lights, gas water heater, electric water heater, your tank heaters, and your awning. So you have your gas water heater right here, electric water heater, and then directly next to it is your water pump. When the water pump is on, this red light will be on. And you can check your fresh tank, which your water pump pulls from right here. And then all your other levels, your battery, black tank 2, gray tank 1, gray tank 2. So black is going to be sewage and gray is going to be shower and sink water. Then down here to the right, we have all your tank heaters, which is a 12-volt heating pad on the bottom of each tank to keep it warm if you're doing any wintertime camping. You have your fresh tank, black tank, and gray tank. And these will all light up when those are on as well. Then down here we have all your light options. You have your exterior door light, the ground effect, which are the LEDs underneath the camper. This is for your camera to turn it on if you have the back camera, which is optional. And then you have your on and lights. And then directly below that is your on and control with your extend and retract. To work this, you have to hold extend to let it out. If you want to show it. You also have to hold retract to let it all the way back in. Down below right here, you have your generator start and the hours that it has ran. It has 0.2 on it right now from where we have ran a test on it. You have your start and stop. Then you have your main lights right here for the camper as soon as you walk in, the main switch and the dimmer if you want to dim the lights as well. And then up here is your power control system. It will tell you what service you have running to the camper and what everything is pulling amperage wise. You shouldn't have to do too much with this or really mess with it at all. It always does its job and pretty much straightforward with that. Right here we have your refrigerator. This is a 12-volt refrigerator, so it's running off the battery. Down here we have your control to turn the refrigerator on and off. So it has numbers going, well, dots going from smallest to biggest, the biggest dot being the coldest and the smallest dot being not as cold. And right here we have your stove, cooktop. You just hold these in and they will automatically ignite. You have the oven as well, and it's going to work the exact same way. Right here we have both your remotes. This JBL remote would be for the radio, which is right here. Then we have your TV remote, which this is a smart TV, so it has all the apps as well. In this bag will be all your manuals and everything for pretty much all the appliances and toilets, radios, ACs, everything for the camper is in here. Alright, right here, Elaine, if you can get a good shot of it. We have your thermostat, which is going to run the AC that is right above us right here. So that's going to control your AC and your heat. And to control this, you just press this bottom button right here and it goes through all your options of what you can control over this thermostat. And over here we have your other thermostat, which will control that AC. You just turn it on, you can adjust your temperature right there. You have your lights for the bedroom and your slide out button. You have to hold in to let the slide all the way in and out to let it all the way out. The bed needs to be like this before the slide comes in or out. Once the slide's always out, all the way out, then you can let this down and let it be in the bed position. But before you let it back in, it has to be like this so that way it doesn't hit the wall and cause any damage. So you're gonna pop that door in there. So in here in the bathroom, we got your sink, toilet, shower, all pretty standard, nothing too fancy about it. GFI receptacle right here next to the sink, and then your fan control and light for the vent fan that is in the roof. One more thing back here. So right here, we have another light switch for the back ramp light, and then you have your bed lift control, so you press up to let it all the way up, and press down to let it down. If if you can get a shot of this right here, it shows how to lock and unlock the bed. And then of course we got the ladder right here for the bump once the bed is down. That's pretty much everything on the inside. Alright, so on the outside front of the camper, we have your front compartment to the left that has your generator in it, and you have both of these latches that if you ever need to pull this off to service the generator. In the middle, there's a light switch for these docking lights right here, so that way when you're at the campground you can turn that on and have a little bit of light. We have both of your 12-volt Interstate Marine batteries in here, completely charged up, ready to rock and roll. And underneath this is both of your propane tanks. This T nut right here holds both the tanks down, keeps them sturdy. And then you have your regulator on the front, if you can get a close shot of this. Wherever this notch is pointing is what tank it's feeding off of. So if it's over here, it's feeding off of this tank. If it's over here, off of this tank. And both of those are full and ready to go. We have the tongue jack right here. So you have a little light on the front, so when you're hooking up, you can cut that on if it's night time. You got up and down. This is the same thing as the awning. You have to hold it down for it to go down and hold it up for it to go up. Over here on this corner, the off-door side of the camper, we have your water heater. With the water heater, we have your drain plug right here. This is your electric element for the electric side of the water heater. And then this is a pressure release valve if you ever want to take this drain plug out to drain the whole water heater. Directly below it is the exhaust for the gas furnace on the camper. You want to get a close-up of that. So right here is your water hookup. On this side is your sanitized winterize, which you would use to winterize the camper. On this side is your water connection. So on this one, you plug into here, and then you follow the diagrams right here on however you want to run your water. So city water would mean you're pulling water from a campsite. Dry camp means that you're pulling water from the fresh tank using your water pump. If you want to fill that fresh tank for the water pump, you put it on tank fill and still hook it into this port, and it'll fill that tank for you. Up here we have your black tank flush. When you're emptying out your black tank, you put a hose into here and it feeds straight to the black tank and washes it out for you. Over here we have your satellite and cable hookups. If the campground has satellite or cable, you can hook it straight to here and it feeds to every TV on the inside of the camper. And directly above it you have your quick access shower connection that comes with a blue hose that will be inside the camper. So here is the blue hose that goes into that outside connection. This is your manual tool for your stabilizer jacks. These are not meant to level, they're just meant to stabilize the camper so it doesn't rock. You turn it this way to extend and this way to retract. We also have your power cord, which is going to be 20 foot long, 30 amp service. So right here, we have your black and gray tank dump. You would hook in your sewage hose right here, and then up here, there's a sticker that says black and gray. Directly behind there is a valve that you can pull to empty those tanks. Probably have to get a little close to get a good shot of it.
Oh yeah, there they are. With that 0.5, there we go.
To empty the fresh tank, if you're not going to be using that for a little while so the water doesn't get stagnant, you open this gate valve and it'll drain that water tank for you. Back here we have your generator and auxiliary fill up. So this is where you would put gas to be able to pump it back out for a toy if you have one, or to run the generator if that's what you're doing. And directly next to it is your emergency shut-off switch if that pump was to ever get stuck running. And directly next to that is your power plug-in. You push this in there, turn it a quarter turn to the right, and then tighten it down so that way it doesn't slide out. And back here we have the back toy hauler. You got the swing latches that go up, swing these out on both sides. Pull the back gate down. And you can keep it like this and pull both of these gates up this way, so you can have a back patio, or you can take these out by pulling this pin, so that way you can pull a bike, ATV, golf cart, whatever it may be, to goes in here. And then to put it back up, it's extremely light. Just make sure both cables are inside and not pinched. Close it, throw you a lock on there. We'll walk around this way. So if we let the bedroom slide in and we're ready to travel and get on the road, you pull this up, fold the steps up this way, and it's ready to go down the road.
Cool.
All right, so we got the generator running. It's going to be powering everything on the inside. Let's go ahead and take a step on the inside. When you have the generator on, it'll say right here on the power control system that the generator is running and you have 30 amp service from it. This is how you start and stop the generator right here. So you hold stop to stop it, hold start to start it, and then this right here tells you the hours that the generator has been ran. Right here we have your water. It's got two different selections of how the water comes out. Hot and cold. This is on the hot side, and your hot water heater has electric and gas. This is hot, but I mean, I don't know really how I can really show that.
Yeah.
Underneath here you have your water fittings, and if there was ever anything that you needed to do to work on this, you can turn these valves off and it will stop the water from going to the sink. Both water fittings are tight. Oh, don't trip. Here. Toilet. Shower. We'll wipe through this way. Got the stove right here. So you're just gonna hold it and it's gonna automatically ignite. Once you see the flame, you can let off of it. And then this is for the oven. You'll hold that. The pilot flame is underneath here. I don't know if you can get that too good. Once the pilot flame is lit, you want that to stay lit for about 30 seconds so it can get warm enough. These things are finicky. So the pilot light's lit. Up here you have your your thermostat for the oven, so it's set to 250 right now. Go ahead, bump it up a little bit. It'll flash a few times. After it flashes, it's gonna click like it just did, and then it starts sending the gas down there to the oven. And to turn this off, you just turn this knob to the off position. If you just show them the off position on that, and it'll stop all the gas. It stays red till it gets
I
on.
got you. I see what you mean.
And that's it. You just close it, and then it'll shut itself off. The numbers will disappear. And you're good to go.
Cool.
So the refrigerator is running, and it's got ice in the freezer. I don't know. You probably can see that with the camera, maybe.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but you can see it there.
So this is getting cold on what it's supposed to. And your temperature control is right here. So right now it's at the halfway point. If you turn this all the way up, then it'll get as cold as it possibly can get. And then to turn it off, you switch it all the way off.
Okay.
We got the ACs running as well, both of these. And microwave. This is a convection and a microwave. Does what he needed to do. And then if you run the actual microwave part on it, take these out. Take it off of convection. So if you want to do some popcorn or whatever. Pretty straightforward. If you add some popcorn in there, then it'd start popping away about 1:50.